Hey, welcome to my channel and to another meal prep video. This week I had a fail. We'll talk about that in a minute. For breakfast I made a Hashbrown Quiche from a Gooseberry Patch cookbook. That's what all these are. This is just Gooseberry Patch, this big tall thing. So it turned out well. And then for lunch was supposed to be, if you saw my menu plan, kraut and weenies, but the kraut I had was Bavarian style, and I don't like that style of kraut. I like it just the plain. So I had to back up and punt. So what I made was stewed potatoes instead. So it was just, there's no recipe. You just stew some potatoes, cook some peas and carrots, and fry some weenies. So that was lunch. For snack was going to be Hungry Girls Blender Zucchini Bread. I give it a big thumbs down. Even had David test it. He said nope, he don't like it either. I was not even going to share it with you. I don't think it was good enough to even try to salvage in any way, to even try to rework. I have enough other oatmeal breads that are good that I don't think I need to waste any more ingredients with this one. So we're just going to count that one a loss. I don't know. I'm just not even going to toast it or anything. It's just going to go down the garbage disposal. And I hate to do that to a Hungry Girl recipe, but everything can't be hit and miss. Everything can't be a hit. It's going to hit and miss. That's the way you're going to be on my website. Some things I like, y'all might not like. And some things I put up, I don't really love them, but then somebody else might, because my taste buds sometimes are just different. And yours are too. So you can take what you get off of my website with a grain of salt. You may like it, you may not like it, but this one, it was just a fail. So only recipe I'm going to have to type up today will be for the Hashbrown Quiche. And hey, that'll let me out on a lot of editing too. So that's what we're having this week. So I hope everybody, and it's still Simply Filling, the oh, you know what? I'm not even going to go back and do it now. I didn't wrap up my little end video. You'll see what the quiche looks like. You'll see what my lunch looks like. I didn't even go and do a wrap up. I guess I was outdone by that bread. The breakfast is 1 point for me on Simply Filling, and the lunch is 1 point for me on Simply Filling. So that will be 2 points a day for 4 days. So 8 points out of my 49 weeklies, which I spent most of, eating barbecue yesterday. So that is it for my meal prep. I hope y'all have a good week ahead of you. And if you prepped anything, I hope it's something good and yummy and low point, low calorie, low carb, whatever you're doing. And let's just turn around and get started cooking. Oh my word. I did not even hit record. Okay, let's start from the beginning. I have preheated an 8-inch cast iron pan. It did not say what size, it just said cast iron. I melted 1 tablespoon of, I can't believe it's not butter. I added 3 cups of shredded hash browns. These were frozen. I measured them frozen and let them thaw. I actually thawed them in the microwave at 30-second intervals. It took about 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I think it was. Then I put them in the pan with the butter, stirred them around a little bit, and what I'm doing now is mashing them, spreading them, whatever, up the sides and across the bottom. I don't know how good a job I'm doing. Like I say, I don't even know if this is the right size pan, and I don't think it matters if there's some little gaps in the bottom. I don't think it matters. I guess we'll see. And then I want to hit it with a little bit of house seasoning. If you don't use house seasoning, it's Paula Dean's recipe. It's on my website. You can just use salt and pepper. But it doesn't say to salt the hash browns, but I think it would taste better. So we're going to pop this in a 450 degree oven for 20 to 25 minutes, or until it starts to get kind of crispy and browned. The hash browns only cooked 13 minutes. You can see the little thin spots were getting brown, and I was afraid it was going to get too brown and too crispy because we had to put it back in the oven. So you just check on yours, and you take it to the crispiness that you're comfortable with. It's hard to see. It's just, I don't want to break it. It's just a little golden on the bottom, and I think that'll do fine. So for our filling, we have 3 eggs that we're going to beat. To that, we're going to add 1 cup of fat-free half and half, which worked out perfect since I have so much to use because I didn't like it in my coffee. Let's add just a little more house seasoning. Not too much because our ingredients are going to be a little salty. Now we just want to stir in 3/4 cup of cubed ham, and I'll show you what I'm using. I'm using this John Morrell mini cubed ham. You can buy like a ham steak or whatever kind of ham you have and cube it up yourself. But I had this in the refrigerator for something else I was going to make. I don't know if it was this or not. But anyway, that worked out too. You know, I can't remember time to time. And then a 1/2 cup of chopped green onions. And 3/4 cup of shredded cheese. And I'm using the reduced fat, let me get it down there. The reduced fat Fiesta blend from Walmart. The crust, I meant to tell you, we let it cool off a little bit, and then I reduced the oven heat to 350. So we went from 450 to 350. Let's pour this in. Ooh, doesn't that look good? Okay, spread this around a little bit. And this will bake, oh, I've already forgot what my paper says. It might say like a 1/2 hour until it's set. I don't know if it's going to take that long or not. I'll be checking it probably in 15 to 20 minutes. Everybody's oven's different. So 350 until it is set. I'm thinking that it's been 25, 30. It's been 30 minutes. I started with 20. It wasn't brown. I added 5. It wasn't really brown, so I added 5 more. This started to puff up. It's already starting to fall, it looks like. But it's a soft set, I think, because there's so much half and half in it. But I'm going to count that done. I'm just going to let it sit and cool before we separate it out. Now I'm going to cut this into 6 servings. I'm not sure. I'm hoping the hash browns are not stuck. Okay, they feel, this is a very good seasoned cast iron pan, and this is one of the reasons I didn't want to take them too far in there by themselves, because I didn't want them to stick, because they're kind of dry. That 1 tablespoon of light butter is not really anything that would cause them to not stick, you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to do 4 servings for, that one's kind of big. I'm going to do 4 servings for my breakfast prep, and I'm going to save 2 servings for us for breakfast. And so I guess I'll just save that big one for David. Now, my fingers are crossed. I know it's not going to come out pretty, so I'm not even planning on it. I think, hold on, let me get something else. Let me try this little spatula. What I would do, I don't remember if I said anything. So, there. It is set up. It only stuck, if you can see. Now, the reason I'm putting it in these little round things and not something pretty is because my little extra refrigerator that I had, it finally died. So, kind of don't have a lot of room because I have a little small refrigerator up here. My refrigerator is not big at all. So, I think it's set up okay. It's not sticking too bad, just around the corners here. So what I think I would do, I think I would spray it, even if your cast iron is good and seasoned as mine is. I would go ahead and spray it with something before I put in the light butter. I'm going to do my sides first. I have 2 cans of peas and carrots. I've already let them start boiling while I was peeling my potatoes. I like mine a little sweet, so I'm just going to add a little bit of the Truvia brown sugar so it won't add any points. And I'm just going to let these hang out while my potatoes cook. And then we'll go over here and look at those. In here, this is as straightforward as you can get. I just have 4 potatoes just covered with water. I will add some salt. They can take a lot. And I'm just going to stew these down until they almost make their own gravy. That's how I like them. They're good and tender, and I'll show you. You'll see. Okay, so now the potatoes are done. I can use my big burner. I'm just going to fry down my weenies. I cut them in half. It's the Hebrew National 97% fat-free. I was still able to find them at Hell's Teeter. They're not at Walmart or Food Line anymore. So I just cut them in half, and I'm just going to let them just hang out here and fry until they're browned. You can hear the hot dogs in the background. They're still cooking, but I thought we'd go ahead and dish this up. But you can see what I mean by, I call it making its own gravy. They're almost mashed, but they're not. They're just stewed down really tender, and well, you can just see how it is. You can mash them if you want to, but I like them like this with still some texture to them. So I'm going to try to eyeball 1 potato in each container. Now we'll just add our peas and carrots. Then the hot dogs, that will be 1.5 for each bowl. Now here's the part that worked out just right. I was going to add just regular chopped onions on top of my potatoes because that's how I like to eat them. I happen to have 4 green onions left from breakfast casserole, so it worked out perfect. I'll just take them out before I heat it and just eat that with it. So there's our lunch.